Hi, you are about to engage in the ELA Guidebooks unit, The Stories Julian Tells. The purpose of this video is to help you learn about the countries you will visit in one of the books, My Librarian is a Camel, and see why a country's landscape could prevent people from getting to a library. Be sure to have your handout available and something to write with for the video. How does the place where some people live make it hard to get library books? In this video, you will learn why not all people around the world have access to books. Learning about the landscape of countries around the world will help us understand why some people have to get their books from libraries in very different ways than you or me. In the book My Librarian is a Camel, the author takes us on a journey to different parts of the world. You will learn about the landscape in the Nunavut area of Canada, Indonesia, Finland, Kenya, Mongolia, Papua New Guinea, and Zimbabwe. In northern Canada, there is an area called the Nunavut region. This region's landscape is called the Tundra. The tundra is a flat, treeless region with frozen soil. The temperatures stay very low, and snow and ice often cover the ground. The tundra in Canada is mountainous and rocky, which makes it difficult for people to travel from place to place. So now you are ready to answer this question. Based on what you have learned about the landscape of Canada, why would it be difficult for people to get books? Pause this video and record your answers on your handout at stop sign number 1. Then hit play when you are ready to continue. Let's go over the answer. The question said, based on what you have learned about the landscape of Canada, why would it be difficult for people to get books? The Nunavut area of Canada has huge areas of tundra. These are areas covered with ice and snow. It is very large and isolated, which means that things are spread far apart and there are not many people in one area. Because of this, people cannot easily travel to towns or cities to get a library book. Indonesia is a country made up of over 13,000 islands. These islands are surrounded by the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Most of the larger islands are mountainous, with many volcanoes spread throughout the country. Because the country is spread out over so many little islands, boats are often used as a way to get from place to place. Parts of the country of Finland are an archipelago. An archipelago is a group of islands. As you can see in the picture of Finland on the world map, Finland is a country that is bordered by water on two sides, which means that there are many islands around the country. Kenya is a country located in the western part of Africa. It has many different types of landscapes, including flat deserts and grasslands near the coast, and mountains and plateaus near the center. A plateau is an area of high ground. Because of hot and dry weather and unpaved roads, it is difficult to travel by car or bike. Mongolia is a country in Asia. It is located in the northern part of the continent. In the southern part of the country, it has the Gobi Desert. A desert is a large area of land where rain is not common. In this area, there are nomadic people. A nomad is a person who does not have a permanent home and travels from place to find food for themselves and their animals. So now you are ready to answer this question. Draw a line to match each country's name to the type of landscape that it has. Canada has a tundra landscape. This is the middle picture with snowy mountains. Indonesia is a group of islands. This is the top picture with the water and groups of islands. Mongolia has the Gobi Desert. This is the bottom picture with large sand dunes and nomadic travelers on camels. In Papua New Guinea, there are tall mountains and low valleys. These areas are covered with jungles. A jungle is an area of land that is full of thick trees and plants. There are footpaths to get to villages that are located deep inside the jungles. Zimbabwe is a rural country located in the southern part of Africa. Rural means that there are not many cities and much more open areas for farming. Much of Zimbabwe is on a plateau, which is a high flat area of land. In Zimbabwe, there is a lot of agriculture or farming. So now you are ready to respond to this prompt. Describe how the landscape in Papua New Guinea would make it difficult for people to get books. One way to describe how the landscape in Papua New Guinea would make it difficult for people to get books is that Papua New Guinea has deep valleys and tall mountains. People who live in deep jungles without roads cannot travel to get books. Recognizing the landscape of countries around the world is important for understanding how people in other countries are able to get books. Not everybody in the world is able to drive their car to a library to check out the books of their choice. You will use this knowledge as you engage in the guidebooks unit about the stories Julian tells. When you finish this video, be sure to turn in your completed handout to your teacher.